Alright. I'm just gonna play like some ranked and shit while we discuss this, but we're just talking about Tekken etiquette today and how we feel about people being salty bitches.
I mean, it's nothing new really. It's Tekken, like key charges, pluggers.
Hmm.
To be honest, though, it's like the fact that there's no anti-cheat in the game and like penalty for plugging. It kind of like it's not really a surprise that people get like that. I think it's not like unique to Tekken that people are like this in games. It's just that people can get away with it, no
Yeah.
repercussions.
I feel like there's
Also,
a lot of key charging
mhm.
lately, and like these people like either leave the match or they just like key charge and leave. What do you guys
Hmm.
feel about that?
Honestly, that's pretty disrespectful. I feel like that's just half of the key charge and leaving is probably the worst thing ever.
Yeah. Also, I don't know what like they're thinking. That like it just makes them look like a bitch. Sorry, it just does. If you key charge and leave, that's
Especially
like
after one
it's
match.
not cool. It's yeah, or you lose like a ton of matches
Exactly,
and
win
then
that
you
one
win
match
one, key
and then
charge and
leave.
leave. Like, come on, dude. You serious?
Oh, another etiquette is players, if you're like AFK for like 10 seconds and they just maul you for that 10 seconds, they don't wait for you to come back. I get that one. I
Yeah,
always
I
wait
think
for my
that.
opponent.
To be honest, though, I think that's partly to do with the fact that their load times are so long in Tekken. People get like so impatient that just to get annoyed with it. I think that's like
Mhm.
part of it why people do that.
I agree. I think that I think there should be a little bit of time for like to allow somebody to come back, but then like if you're playing friends in a lobby, but if you're playing ranked, don't waste my time.
Mhm.
Yep, it's annoying. It is annoying.
How
Hmm.
do you feel
Hopefully,
about players hitting you after they won the round? You guys like mind that or no?
it depends what context, really. For me, what about you, Claire?
I think that them hitting you after the fact, it also I guess depends on context and stuff. Like I'll do that to like Denix or you mean like it just depends on who you're doing it to, I guess. It's if you're doing it in ranked and stuff, it's kind of disrespectful, I think.
Hmm. I think it depends on if you've played like ton of matches with them already. If you played a ton of matches and like you haven't been doing that, and suddenly you do it when you win one match. I mean, that's kind of like
Yeah, that's toxic.
showing like pretty like a bit of disrespect, I guess.
Mhm.
But it depends. I think like sometimes people will do it. They'll just like finish a combo or something, or they'll finish the flow chart that they were doing when the round ends. So like let's say I do Feng's wall combo, right? It's like the punch, kick, and then the shoulder. The punch ends the round. I finish the string, do the kick, and then do the shoulder. That's just finishing the wall combo. I don't think that's toxic. If you're like finishing a string or
Yeah,
something.
if you're finishing a string, then it's understandable, but if you're like Armor King stomping on somebody like after
Oh
they're
yeah.
down.
Oh yeah. That's blatantly obvious. If you're doing stomps, then that's toxic. And if you like keep doing like just jab, 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 or downward one, downward one, downward one, like, a million times afterwards, and you killed them with a jab or a downward one,
Mhm.
yeah, they're rubbing it in your face. They're definitely rubbing it in your face.
What's the saltiest thing somebody's ever told you, Eagle?
Um,
Or if you have a couple of examples of some salt.
Xbox was very toxic. I remember. It's weird, right? Some people like get more toxic when they win, which is really strange. I remember playing against a Jin once on Xbox, and he lost a load of matches, and then he won one match, and then he messaged me saying, "How can you not deal with this? I'm just rolling." This is when I first started playing Tekken, like 2.5 years ago. He was just like, "Oh, he just messaged me saying like, why are you not challenging me when I forward roll into you? He was like getting super salty about it. I'm like, dude, you won the match. Why are you so unhappy? And those players, to me, is just clear. Like, they're always going to be salty players. Doesn't matter if they do well or not. They're just their attitude towards Tekken they're just always going to be salty. Doesn't matter. Like if whether they win loads or lose loads, they're always just going to be salty. I have basically just stuff like that. You know, like the usual like really toxic messages like KYS and stuff like that. Like that's pretty rampant in Tekken. But to be fair, like it's rampant in other games as well. I just think Tekken's quite a close-knit community, so you maybe like there's like a divide right between people being really toxic and then people being really like down to earth. I think there's like two sides to Tekken community.
I think
It's,
so
like,
too.
Superimposed on each other. Yeah.
So do you rematch somebody who key charges you?
Yeah, I always do.
I always do. I need to be victorious.
I need to show them what's what.
I can't lose. I have too much pride.
I gotta make them regret the key charge, and then I'll do. Or rather, I'll make them regret the key charge, leave themselves, and then I'll be happy. But I think it's also Tekken's a one-on-one game, so like you can't blame teammates or anything.
More,
so.
or teabagging.
I think key charge. I think teabagging can be like toxic, but not as toxic. A key charge is so blatantly toxic. You know, like someone does a key charge, you know what they mean by it. With a teabag, it could just be like a friendly little teabag, like you know,
Yeah,
like
it's true.
I would if I was playing like Denix against Denix, I'd probably teabag, but I would never key charge. I might teabag a couple of times, but I would never key charge. Key charging is just like I don't know why it's what it is. It's just pixels on the screen, but you know what people mean by it. It's the context behind it.
I hate when I like beat people like the first time that we encounter each other, and then like they beat me, and then they're like key charging and shit. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. To be honest, that's just them being salty from when they got beaten or from when they lost, and they're carrying that over to when they win, and being like, "Yeah, fuck you, I won now." You know.
It's true.
I would say Tekken is not the best new user-friendly game because they don't care how new you are. They will disrespect you and destroy you in the most embarrassing way over and over again. I learned that from
Smurfs is a prime example of that.
Smurfs will take over.
Like people who like reset their rank or like
yes.
Magically my save file got corrupted like 5 times in a row.
Oh yeah, if you guys
It's
are
like-
save scamming out there, you suck.
Yes.
Oh, save scamming super scummy. But the Smurfs in like teal and green ranks and first dan and stuff, they are literally the gatekeepers of new players.
They really
Like new players will pick up the game, play a few games against people who've been playing Tekken for like 5+ years, and be like, well, either they're not going to want to play because they know they're smurfing, or two, they don't know they're smurfing and think they're really bad at the game. They think they have like no
hey, this
talent
is the
for
first
Tekken.
level, and I can't even beat this guy or like take one hit off of him. There's no way I could even rank up. They'll think that and just drop the game or just like be hindered to like not practice.
Yeah, it's so discouraging.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like the most discouraging thing. Like when you pick up a game for the first time and you can't even like beat the people who are supposed to be at the same rank as you.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's terrible.
When I first started playing Tekken, I was like, this is like the first time I ever went into rank. Like I got the conference to play ranked. I faced Zafina, and all she did was backdash, and I could never reach her. And I was like, okay, I'm terrible. I can't even reach the character while running at her. Like she was just moving me. I was like, wow, like a mentor is playing like this. There's no way that I'm gonna get on this level yet.
Yeah, that's just a prime example of someone smurfing. And the funny thing is, a lot of Smurfs aren't. they're never like really good at Tekken.
Yeah,
Like
they're
they
just
might
good
be like
enough to beat
they
you.
might be like Mighty Ruler or something.
Yeah.
But they basically just want to rub it in beginners' faces, saying like, look at what I can do. You're never going to be able to do this. And actively making it so that they'll never be able to do it. Because, like, think about it from a beginner's standpoint. If you're trying to learn, I always think like people that pick up the game and are trying to learn, they're going to learn way less from playing someone like way above or way below their skill level. I think the best and most efficient way you learn to play Tekken is by playing people who are slightly better or slightly worse than you. Then you can like hone your skills better. And then you can actually focus on things. Like, I think if someone's like super good, then basically the takeaway from those matches is, oh, I need to improve on literally everything, and you can't digest things that you actually need to take away from that to work on.
Right. I think if you stay with a group of friends, like I think we've all like leveled up in the past like year and a half, dude. Even though
Definitely.
you know we're just this little tiny part of the community, but I feel like everybody thinks and Ratty and you, Denix, just everybody is like leveling up.
Yeah, I mean that's like having a good friendship group to play with is it's definitely like very helpful if you're trying to learn how to play the game. Especially people of all different skill levels. There's a lot of people of like different skill levels in our group. There's like a very wide spectrum, so it definitely helps playing against like one person and playing against another person. Definitely helps you learn like pick up on different things.
But there is a good side. There's people who actually do have etiquette out there that makes Tekken way more enjoyable.
That's
Oh
true.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. It's
The
just like
people who have good etiquette and stuff and say GGs and don't get salty and can run like long sets with them, like that's
Yep.
what's up.
yeah, that's definitely what it's about.
Nothing's better than some good connection, some good etiquette, and a long set. Like that's really enjoyable in Tekken. You don't get that a lot, but if you can find someone like that, you know, it creates good relationships to, you know, level up between you and yourselves, and you know, just makes the game more fun.
Yeah, I think it's the most fun thing about Tekken. Like being able to you know, learn off people that are like slightly better than you and be okay with like being like, damn, I got outplayed. Well played, dude. You know, and then you run it back and then you start you start like playing off each other. And then
Learning
you
to
start
punish
adapting
friends
and then
more.
they adapt and then
Yep.
you learn new things about how you play. Like, because in like a really friendly environment, those things, you'll improve on those things way faster because you're not like people aren't actively trying to make you annoyed.
Yeah, yeah.
That whole like weird like emotional side of Tekken is just gone. Like it's just like you can then focus on like the fun side of Tekken. What it's actually supposed to be like, you know, fun to play.
Yep.
That's great.
I appreciate you guys like hanging out and talking to me a little bit. I'm gonna like put this clip up and bye everybody. We'll be back later.
No problem.
No problem.
GG's.